Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my backyard. This is the first time I'm trying yoga outside. It's wonderful outside today. Bear with me on the audio. It's a little bit different out. We'll go ahead and start in seated position, bringing one shin over the other, keeping both sit bones on the ground. Your hips lined up. You're going to stretch over to one side, stretching your hands way overhead, feeling a nice stretch in the side of your hip, the opposite side that your hands are stretched above. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's slowly walk the hands up. We'll go ahead and grab the opposite knee with your hand, sitting up really tall, straight spine, looking back behind your shoulder. Switching sides, placing the other shin in front this time and leaning down the opposite way. Again, you want to make sure that your hips are lined up and you're keeping both sit bones on the ground. Just feeling that nice stretch through the lower back and your hip. Breathing. It is really beautiful today outside. Let's turn. Opposite hand comes to opposite knee. Straight spine, push up through your hands, looking back. And let's come on back around. From here, we're going to bring our hands up overhead, grabbing on to the elbow. Feeling a nice stretch, and grab onto the other elbow, kind of pulling it toward you, getting a nice stretch at the bottom of each shoulder, and then bring your hands down. We'll bring our legs around and lie down on our back. We're going to come into our bridge pose. You're going to relax your shoulders, relax your back, your head, bring your feet up a little bit. Then you're going to curl the tailbone under, hands, palms facing up, pressing that tailbone up, bringing the pelvis up, breathing, pressing up into your thighs as much as you can. You'll feel a nice stretch in your thighs, bringing them together, navel to spine, breathing. And if you're comfortable there, want to challenge a little bit, come up on your toes before slowly coming back down inch by inch. Breathing. Let's bring one leg down, and you are going to fold the opposite leg, pull your foot in beside you, keeping your ankle next to your hip into your hero pose. Breathing. One more breath. You'll bring your legs back out and cross the other one over into your reclined pigeon pose. Threading your hand through, you're going to lift your leg up, pressing into your heel, and pointing, rotating your ankle, flexing and pointing, and rotating. Bring the leg back down, and we'll come back into our bridge pose one more time. Tucking the tailbone under, shoulders flat on the ground, relaxed. Again, navel to spine, pressing through your quadriceps. Press up as high as you can, keeping your thighs together. Breathing. Press on up into your toes. And breathe. Feel a nice stretch again on the quadriceps. Slowly coming back down inch by inch. We'll bring the opposite leg down and bend the other leg back into your hero pose. Ankle next to your hip. Breathing. If you're unable to do the hero pose, you can always bring your heel into your inner thigh and relax that way. I'm going to bring my ankle back next to my hip and breathe. Relaxing. Bring your foot out and cross your ankle over the knee. Threading the hand through. Breathing, you'll bring the other leg straight, pressing into the heel, flexing into your toe, flexing and pointing, and rotating at the ankle. Breathing. Go ahead and bring your feet back down to the mat. And let's grab behind the thighs and roll on up. Hug yourself, tipping the head down, breathing. And then go ahead and bring your legs around. You're going to come into your tabletop pose. So you want your hands flat on the mat, fingertips melted into the mat, under your shoulders, knees under your hips, navel to spine, feet flat on the floor, top of your. From here, we're going to do our knee to nose. Breathing. Holding that back foot up. We'll do knee to nose again. Hold the back leg up, flex and point. Knee to nose. Back leg comes up as high as you can with your knee bent. Again, knee to nose. Flexing, knee to nose. Pointing up. Breathing. We're going to take our tiger pose. You take your hand, placing it on that foot and lifting up. Do the same thing on the opposite side. You're going to bring your other leg up as high as you can, knee to nose, up. Flexing, pointing, back down, knee to nose, navel to spine, up, flexing and pointing, knee to nose, up again, flexing, pointing, knee to nose, really keeping the leg bent but bringing it up as high as you can. Lifting up through your arms, you'll grab the back leg or your leg that's up, pulling it towards you into your tiger pose. Bringing the knee back down. Breathing. Go ahead and come down into your reclined child's pose, stretching the hands up above, toes together, resting, feeling your breath on your all the way down to your stomach. Breathing. If you want to bring your legs wide apart, Keeping the big toes together, widen your legs and sink down, pressing into your armpits. Breathing and slowly coming up into our downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out, your legs out a little bit, stretching your chest towards your thighs. Breathing. Straighten one leg and bend deep into the opposite leg, really feeling a stretch in the calf, the thigh, quadriceps, hamstrings, back into your downward facing dog, stretching through the chest. You're gonna lift one leg up high and open up through your hip, bend your knee and open up through that hip. Come all the way up into your high lunge. Had to think there for a second. In your high lunge, you're going to come down, placing one hand in front of your foot. The other arm comes up straight into your open side twist. Breathing. Bring your hand down, and let's bring the opposite hand up into a closed twist. Breathing. Bring that hand back down. The foot comes back. We're going to drop down into our plank pose, chaturanga, up into your cobra or upward facing dog. Coming back down, press up into your downward facing dog. Again, pedaling the legs out a little bit. Breathing. Pressing one leg straight and the other leg with a nice bend, feeling a nice stretch. Breathing, stretching your chest back towards your thighs. Relax your head. Let's kick up the other leg, bending in, opening up through the hips. Let's bring that leg through into your high lunge. The back leg, you should be on your toes, bending clear into your front knee, hands up overhead. Breathing. Let's open up into your twist. You want to bring your hand down by your foot. This is our open twist. Breathing. Bring the hand down and stretch the opposite arm up overhead into your closed twist. Breathing. Bring that hand down. Come all the way up. Halfway lift, flat back, navel to spine. Breathing, drop down. Maybe you shake your head loose. Maybe take each elbow and sway side to side. Breathing. And then slowly come up, slowly into your mountain pose. Breathing. We're going to come into our dancer pose. So, if that is too much, what I want you to do is try this first. Okay, you're going to bring your leg back behind, leaning on your toe. Breathing, bring your hands up overhead, and then come up even higher, navel to spine, come up higher on that toe. Arms come down, you're gonna gently grab the back foot and pull it up. And if you can't stay up for a long time, that's okay. No problem. It's a lot of balancing there. Bring your hands up. Again, on the opposite leg, you're gonna bring that toe back. Breathing navel to spine for a really strong foundation. Breathing. Let's bring your hands down and back up one more time. Concentrating. Find a spot you can concentrate. Grab that back leg and come back down. I can't stay up too much right now either, so that's okay. Again, in your mountain pose, stretch your arms out overhead. Grab the wrist and take a side bend. Place a hand on the opposite wrist and stretch the opposite direction. Feeling a nice stretch in the sides, all the way up from your hip to your shoulder. Now let's bring our legs far apart into a wide-legged stretch. What we're gonna do here is bend at our knees and put your hands on your knees. Breathing. You're gonna drop one shoulder down towards the opposite knee. Looking back. And come back forward and drop the other shoulder down. Feeling a nice stretch in the back. Breathing. You're gonna bring your feet parallel with the mat. Take a forward fold here. You can shake your head around a little bit, loosen up your neck. Breathing. Slowly. From here, you're gonna walk your hands over. You're bending your knee, one knee, and bringing the other foot out, pressing into that heel. We're gonna rock side to side, opposite. Bent knee, your leg is out straight, you're flexing, pressing into that heel. You can either be on your toes or flat on your foot. Opposite side, flexing your heel, and come on back up. From here, you're gonna walk your feet in and have a seat. Crossing into your easy pose, or sitting in your easy pose. Breathing. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. We're gonna take another twist here. Sitting up tall, hand on the opposite leg, breathing. Other direction, hand on the knee, press up, straight spine. Breathe, come back around. And again, I really appreciate this. My auto may be off with my lips, but with everything else you guys have been through, hang in there with me, and thank you. I really super appreciate it. And everybody have such a beautiful day. Breathe. Let's close with a chant of Om. Om.